Hello YouTube. I don't really make videos at all, but the Splatoon Raiders trailer has not left my mind since it came out, so I wanted to overanalyze it because Splatoon is my favorite franchise of all time, period. And like, the trailer doesn't tell you much, but I think I figured out like the gameplay and stuff without them telling us anything. Also, I am so happy we're getting a deep cut game. Oh my god, they are like the best design idols in all of Splatoon. Off the Hook used to be my favourite, and Octo Expansion was the peakest thing ever. But as I grew up, and especially during Grand Fest, I realised that I kind of drifted towards deep cut more because of what they represent. They're like a trio of friends. Well, I couldn't really relate to Off the Hook because they're like a bunch of raging lesbians, and I love them, don't get me wrong, I love Off the Hook so much. But when I see deep cut, it just reminds me of my friends, and I appreciate that a lot more. And that's why Team Future should have won. Everyone has no fucking friends. And that's why Solo won Frosty Fest, because y'all have no fucking friends. Anyway, I hope this game shows everyone how peak deep cut is, because just like Octo Expansion, it made Off the Hook everyone's favourite. So I hope this changes public's perception as well. So it starts with the gang just yapping in the helicopter about something called the Spirhalite Islands. I pronounce it Spirhalite because it rolls off the tongue better, but Spirhalite is important. Like, it's a mix of the words spiral and halite, which is a salt mineral that'll be important later. There's shiver spots of glow in the middle, but now we're going to freeze frame because we need to analyze this. So from what they show, there's like 3 main regions. Also, this like shot is surprisingly detailed. With how far away everything is, you can like make out palm trees. So I have a big feeling like they are showing the actual map here. I'll bring this up later. So this green area, although I want to believe it's meant to represent yellow more than green, just because of deep cuts colours alone, this is like the starting area in the game, according to the trailer. This is where the mechanic ends up after crash landing, and you'll see this more later. Also, take note of the land formation at the bottom, the one that has the circle, because you'll see that exact same one later, which leads me to believe this map is the actual one in-game. Okay, next, up north, there's like a stony region with like red pipes jutting out of it. Red representing big man in my like deep cut islands theory, I don't fucking know. The colouring is definitely deliberate. Nintendo's not stupid, and you'll see this later, they will colour everything like deep cut. There's also another circular landform here, which, okay, I low-key have a theory this is where the raft is gonna park, like in these circle bits. I don't know, I swear they're called a bay, I don't know. Look, I love Splatoon, but I know nothing about the ocean, sorry. And on the bigger stone island you can see like a horizontal swirly thing, but it's being obscured by the spiral and I cannot tell what the hell it is. There's also like a castle on this island, which I thought was supposed to be like a chess piece, and I thought I could see other chess pieces, but I might just be going crazy, honestly. And to the top left of this island, I circled it in blue because there's like an island that looks totally unrelated. It's like red with like ponds on it, I don't know. I low-key feel like there's gonna be a shrine here or something. It's giving me shrine vibes. Okay, and like at the bottom of the stone island, it looks like there's like a massive fish skull. I don't know, I'm probably tripping. It reminds me of like the dry bones fish from Mario. So this is your crumbs for the giant squid theory, which is what people are thinking is like the final boss. It's a giant squid. I really don't know what to think about that. It is a cool theory that there's like squids that evolve differently and they're like massive squids. I think it's a cool theory, but I don't want to believe anything until the game comes out, honestly. Okay, onto the last region. It's honestly not as interesting as the previous two, from what I've seen. It's low-key just huge clumps of ice. There's like nothing to gather from it, except like 2 things. Also, it's blue, like Shiver. Deep Cut Islands theory is so fucking back. Okay, so there's like a stony bit on one of the ice formations. I don't know. It could relate to like the big stone island that we talked about previously. I don't know. And the only other thing I can really like glean from this island is that when the spiral in the middle explodes, you can kind of see a little bit more of the islands. On the northmost island, there's like a little swirly pattern in the snow. Don't know what that's about, but when you see it in game, think of me. I pointed that out. That's my swirl. It looks like no. This is so crackpot. But what if the salmonid theory is real? And what if this is where that Ouroboros was sleeping? Goodbye. Okay, now that that island is out the way, there's literally one more thing to talk about, and it's the spiral in the middle. For the whole sequence of that scene, you can't see anything, but at the very end, you can make out a little bit of what's in the middle. It's big spikes of salt. Probably. It is the Spirhalite Islands. There's big spikes of salt and what looks like a platform, like just to the left of it. But that's it. It looks like a graveyard of salt. I don't know. Oh my god, that whole section was 5 minutes long. Sorry, we can move on from the fucking islands now. Okay, in this scene, this like slow pan into the first islands. In the like bottom left, you can see that like little circular landmass that I was talking about earlier. I told you to remember, I hope you did. So it leads me to believe that the map we saw previously is actually the in-game map, and now we're up close. So I assume Raiders is actually going to be a free roam game, which is crazy, but it's showing me the map up close with the exact same detail, the palm trees, the landmass, like... It is a free roam game. There's like hella ocean though, so I think it's gonna be like a restricted free roam, but I think there is a way for us to traverse the ocean without the raft, but I'll talk about it later. Okay, now we get onto the raft itself, and can we just appreciate its design? I mean, okay, it looks like shit from a first glance, but it is filled with like deep cut Easter eggs. You will, like, everywhere you look, you will find the colours for Shiver, Fry and Big Man everywhere. It is a geniusly designed piece of work. Oh, and even if you think you can see a little bit that is not deep cut, there's fucking tape holding everything up. That's blue, yellow and red. It's all deep cut, bitch. It's all deep cut. Even the colours of the platforms, they're yellow, red. It's genius, absolutely genius. Okay, take note of that yellow and green grate on top of the slope, because it's gonna spoil the next mechanic. More beautiful shots of the raft, and then we get our queens and king, Shiver, Fry and Big Man. Let's take note where they're sitting and put a pin in it. Okay, let me preface this part. There is a theory that this game is influenced by the first Splatfest, which was gear, grub and fun. And so people think that's like the occupation of Deep Cut in this spin-off. And I kind of get it, but there is a discrepancy with Fry that makes me doubt it a little bit. So from this image uploaded on Nintendo's website for the game, we can see Shiver's workstation. It's full of tools, and she has a fishing rod, which counts her in the gear grub fun theory, as she's geared the hell up. And I assume she's going to help us upgrade our gear. Ooh, I don't know about that. We're the mechanic. We should be helping them. Whatever. Also, you can see the pillow that she uses is the same pillow that Shiver and Fry sit on in the Splatsville news broadcast. How cute is that? Okay, so theoretically, Shiver is gear. And then we get to Fry. Oh my god, what the hell is going on with Fry? Her station is so dry. I have no idea what the hell she could be doing. Since she was grub in that Splatfest, I don't know how this relates to food at all. But a cool thing is that she's sitting in the pilot's seat from the helicopter. That's cute. Although, to the left of her chair, there is a doorway that leads somewhere. I assume there's a staircase going off screen. that we can't really see. Maybe her like station is a bit bigger than we assume, but we don't know yet. Okay, so Shiver is gear, Fry is grub ? And Big Man is very clearly fun here. So not only does Big Man's design have a little squid Tamagotchi on it, which gives crazy proof to the gear grub fun theory. It's literally a little video game. The crane is also Big Man coloured, so I assume up here it will give you access to the crane. Wait, you will definitely be able to steer the raft up here simply because right behind his little outhouse is the sail of the raft, and I feel like up there would be the only place you could control it. But you can also see in the background of that little video there's a map with an X. So it's giving he's the navigator. So yeah, I just listed a bunch of hella fun things. So gear fun, grub ? I feel like squid's gotta eat. Since it's like a free roam game, I feel like there would be like stamina or hunger. Cause come on now, like come on. You're literally a stowaway. You need to survive. It's not gonna be like Invincible Stowaway the video game. Gear grub fun is so fucking back. Okay, moving on, we get a shot of one of the islands finally, and you'll notice the sand is not sand, it's salt, like halite, the salt mineral. See, it came back. The Spirhalite Islands are gonna be, well, I think they're gonna be food related in some way. Also, in this clip, the shrubbery looks more yellow, so Deep Cut Islands theory is so fucking back. I'm honestly not too sure what to make of the stuff all around the island, like the junk. I'm really not sure. I don't think Deep Cut would do that. Like, if they like make base here, they just put a bunch of trash everywhere. I don't think they would do that. I think it's like another figure that's on these islands. People be talking about salmonid theory. Maybe it's the salmonids. Maybe they've migrated here in their salmon run. Also, you can see a little wooden platform in the back. I wonder if you can take the raft here and then I don't know what you call it, like park it. I know you don't park boats, I forgot the word. Also, you can't see it in this clip, but there are like sea snails all over the sand, which I don't know why snails would go on sand. This sand specifically, it's literally salt. I feel like that would kill them. But snails help to build the idea of the Spirhalite Islands, because the snails are shown to have like a swirl pattern. Even on the trees, you can see the tree next to the mechanic is literally consisting of a swirl. So it's all like building up the spiral theme. I love it. Okay, now let's like talk your ear off about the mechanic's gear. So right off the bat, they have a really cute shiver charm that's hanging off their ink tank. And it's off the mask that she wears in Splatoon 3, Return of the Mammalians. It's a little mask of Master Mega. I hope you remembered the shark's name, because I'm going to kill you if you didn't. Deep Cut is big. Okay, everyone's pointed out how funky the ink tank looks, and yeah, it is pretty funky. It does look like the normal one though, just a bit bigger. I assume they put focus on it because I feel like you can add things to it. Like, you see the things on the left and the right. I don't think they're like the default ones. I feel like you'll be able to add whatever you want, because you are a mechanic. This game is probably about like developing your gear whatever way you want. About the additions specifically that are shown on screen, I feel like the one that's like a fan with a bunch of hoses on it, I feel like that's a sort of jetpack, kind of like the Pearl drone from Side Order, but you can like go upwards and it sprays ink out. I don't know. It's like a botched ink jet, I guess. That's like the best way I can describe it. And for the other edition, I don't really know. You can see like a nozzle coming out of it. Maybe it's a turret or a sub-weapon. There is a glowing pipe leading to it, but there's not a glowing pipe leading to the fan, so I don't know what to think. And their gun is just like a splatter shot, but like really cool looking, because they've like made the most out of a shit situation. It's so cool. I love their design so much. And then we get to the next scene, and it just looks like, oh my god, wow, Deep Cut is having such a good time. I'm about to rock your shit. This game has a building mechanic and it's in this scene. It's so hard to tell, but if you're a stupid knob like me that has rewatched the trailer like 1,000,000 times, you'll be able to tell. So the platform Shiver is fishing on, does it look familiar? Yes it does, bitch. It's that yellow and green grey I told you to keep in your mind. But wasn't that grey like raised up on a slope? Why is it sea level now? Why is Shiver fishing off it? I think the crane will let you move things on this boat. I feel like you'll be able to collect certain things, bring them on the raft, and then like move them however you want. I feel like with the way the raft is built, it will be in like a grid pattern, so there's not like crazy customization, but I feel like there is definitely a building mechanic, like absolutely definitely. If the crane isn't a dead giveaway, I don't know what is. But yeah, building in Raiders, let's go. Splatoon is so fucking back. Okay, aside from that bombshell of building, there's really not much to tell in this scene, other than the idols can move positions and you can shoot on the boat. But oh my god, you can ink in a Splatoon game. What a crazy revelation. Yeah, no one cares, girl. Okay, prepare yourself for another bombshell, because they revealed something right in your face in this scene, and I feel like no one's said anything about it. Okay, so in the background, in the left, you can see the raft, but it's so far away. How the hell did the mechanic get onto this island but the raft is over there? They're showing you how. It's the like weird robot thing. This is what I was talking about, where it's like kind of free roam. You can like roam in the sea, granted you're in this robot. Oh my god, it's genius, it's genius. You use the robot to like go underwater, and then you can reach the island that way without having to park the raft. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, because obviously like there's gonna be secret islands that probably won't have parking, so you need to get like, I think it's called a bathysphere. You take the bathysphere to go underwater. Well, it's like a modified one, obviously it has fucking legs, but yeah, right in our face they reveal that and no one said anything. Underwater travel in Splatoon, girl, we can finally do it. Then after this scene we get a bunch of really quick shots, but one of them reveals the spiral from the start. This is like the first glimpse that we get of the spiral that isn't in the helicopter shot. It could be debated that this is just a skybox and it's like a really shit shot of it, but I think with how like the map is laid out, this is where the spiral would be, and you can kind of see like the clouds start to spiral. So I feel like it's low-key gonna be like a Super Mario 3D World Bowser's Fury type thing, if anyone's played that, where it's like it can be fine in the daytime, but then like Bowser comes and attacks and it all gets like fucked up and rainy. At least I think I played that game like 4 years ago and it was peak. Everyone should play it. But yeah, this is like the spiral like demure. Then we get a shot of the mechanic running on that same island as before. You can see the swirly trees again. One thing I didn't mention, because it was pretty obvious and everyone's already spoke about it already, but the giant salt grinders in the background that are just adding to the halite salt mineral theme. Yeah, but like that's obvious. I'm trying to state the non-obvious stuff in this video. Then they reveal the best people to ever grace this planet. Oh wait, it's just Deep Cut again, my bad. They reveal Deep Cut helping the mechanic out of the helicopter. A lot of people get confused by that for some reason. The mechanic is the person in the helicopter. There's only one pilot and it is the mechanic. But yeah, they wash up on the island, unlike the Squid sisters who are actually washed up. And we get to see familiar scenery from the island scene. We can see the palm trees that I spoke about previously. Another weird big swirly tree in the back with no like plants on it. And it's also on a raised platform that's getting wrapped with like red some things. It's kind of reminiscent of the stone island. There's also yellow things wrapping around it. No idea. No idea. That's like all I can talk about in the shot, except on the shoreline there's like big salt cubes where it's like met with the water and started to like clump up, and also a shoe fell out of the helicopter, and I think it's kind of funny. And that's basically it for my overanalyzation of the Splatoon Raiders trailer. I am absolutely not normal about this game, and I want it so bad. From this little tiny teaser, it looks so good and so well made already. I'm kind of surprised. I'm expecting a 2026 release, maybe a mid-year. I lucky hope it's a summer game because it is really summer vibes. Like, you're out in the sun exploring these islands. It's lovely. Apparently it got leaked that it's releasing in 2025, but either way, it looks amazing. I want it. I don't want them to rush it. I don't feel like any Splatoon game is rushed, despite what everyone says. Splatoon 3 is fucking peak. It's the best one in the franchise. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. But yeah, mechanically, this game has the possibility to be the most fun Splatoon game ever. Well, it's just like innovating off of Peak already. Like, so let's go over. They're adding a base building mechanic on the raft that lets you use the crane. They're adding a weapons building thing with like Shiver's workstation. They're letting you go underwater in the bathysphere robot. They let you sail across the sea, and it's open world. It's just peak. It's simply peak. Nintendo, I'm so sad for this. I love Splatoon so much, and I love Deep Cut. I love Deep Cut. Thanks for watching. Keep calm and love Deep Cut, and keep calm and hate the Squid Sisters because they're so fucking dried out at this point. I hate them so much. Also, the mechanic has freckles, I forgot to say.